Hey friends, how are we doing today? That's fair. We are having a lavender goji berry tea today. Please remember at some point to get up, stretch a little bit, drink some water, take your meds if that applies to you, eat something if you can. And I hope that you remember that you are loved, you matter. I'm so glad you're here with me. And I hope that you have a good day. Or do what you need to do to survive the day. Cheers. I was journaling about my social anxiety the other day and how I've been getting better at showing up as myself with more confidence, and I came to a realization. The last person to accept me was me. For most of my life, I tried to be the version of myself that I thought others wanted. I polished off the quirks, smoothed out the weirdness, tucked away anything that felt too much. I studied social rules like they were survival manuals, how to be confident, how to be likable, how to be normal. Then I'd look in the mirror and feel like I'd already failed the test. Sometimes it was a joke that someone made about my appearance. Sometimes it was just silence when I expected welcome. And I internalized those moments, turned them into evidence that I didn't belong, that I wasn't enough, or worse, that I was too much in all the wrong ways. And then as I got older, the comments stopped, the jokes stopped, but by then I didn't need anyone else to tell me I didn't belong. I had taken over that job myself. The voice that once came from outside was now an internal narrator, whispering reasons why I didn't deserve to take up space. And that's what made receiving my ADHD, autism, and lupus diagnoses such a turning point. It was the beginning of a slow but important shift, a realization that I'm not broken, I'm not defective, I'm just built different, as the kids say, and that's not only okay, it's actually kind of beautiful. And as I started to embrace who I am and share my authentic self more openly online and in person, I expected resistance or surprise, but most of the feedback I got was the opposite. People saying things like, oh, that makes sense, or you haven't really changed much at all. And at first, I kind of got upset about it. It felt invalidating. I mean, didn't they realize how massive the change was for me? Didn't they understand how hard it was to arrive at this version of myself to show up authentically? But over time, I realized something that they understood, that they weren't dismissing me, they were affirming that they had accepted me long before I'd learned to accept myself. They had already made peace with my differences, with my weirdness. It was me who hadn't. The most dramatic transformation in my life hasn't been external, it's been internal. Rewiring the way I see myself, updating the outdated data the inner critic relied on, and challenging the stories I told myself about my worth, my place in the world, and what it means to take up space. So, I am growing more confident, but not because other people finally approve of me, but because I'm finally learning to approve of myself. I used to think the world was holding me back, but really it was just the version of me I had created to survive that was doing that. The fear based version, the shape shifting version, the one that believed belonging meant disappearing or blending in. But what if true belonging starts with letting us be truly ourselves and by being seen, loved, and accepted by us? I'm not all the way there yet, but I am on the path, and I know this much. When I finally become my own best friend, my own ride or die, if you will, that will be the only approval I ever truly needed. So, what do you think? Have you struggled with fitting in places only to realize that your opinion was the one that you needed to win over all along? How do you deal with social anxiety? Let me know. Alright, friends. For now, it is time for your next adventure. I'll miss you. Cheers. Cling.